You're traveling through another dimension, a dimension not only of sight and sound, but of Twilight Zone reviews. A journey into a wondrous land of intoxication where a father, son, and guest drink and retell episodes of The Twilight Zone.
There is a fifth dimension.
Stay tuned because your next stop is the Highlight Zone After Hours.
The Twilight Zone.
And welcome to another episode of the Highlight Zone After Hours. I am Steve.
I'm Kelly.
You ready to do this again?
Let's do it. It worked good the last time. Let's give it another shot here.
Absolutely. In case you don't remember, what we're doing is Last Call. It's our new special sort of theming that we're doing. And we have the Wheel of Destiny. The Wheel of, what is it again? You're the one that named it. I can't remember. The Wheel of Imagination.
There you go.
Whatever
that works
it is.
For me.
Yeah. And what we do is you can see on here, there are 16 spaces from season 1, and each of those ones has the name and the episode on there. We spin the wheel. We're going to do 3 today. 0 prep work. We have 2 minutes to do it by memory, speed retelling, because we've already seen these and recorded these before. You start this one up today.
All right.
And we will get ready to go. Are you ready?
I'm ready, and I may ask for a tip from you because you're the one with the short-term memory. If I can't remember how it starts, you just give me a one-liner, and then I can get off on it.
So you have, I have the short-term memory,
Then
you have the
I
long-term.
Yes.
I don't think you know who I am very much.
I do remember you as a child, so
Oh,
that's my long-term memory.
Okay, are you ready? Here we
Let's
go.
spin that dial.
Wheel.
I love the sound of that.
Oh, all right. Well, you just got maybe the most famous episode out of all.
All right.
Time Enough at Last. Season 1, Episode 8. It first aired on November 20th, 1959. And this is obviously one of the big ones, directed by John Bram and written by Rod Serling and Lynn Venable, based on the short story. All right, send it over to my way for the opening narration. Ooh, I'm looking into camera, whatever number this is this time. Witness Mr. Henry Bemis, a character member in the Fraternity of Dreamers, a bookish little man whose passion is the printed page, but who is conspired against by bank president and a wife, world full of tongue cluckers and the unrelenting hands of a clock. But in just a moment, Mr. Bemis will enter a world without bank presidents or wives or clocks or anything else. He'll have a world all to himself without anyone. All right, my man.
Let's do it.
2 minutes on the clock. If you need any help, I'm here to help you out, but we are good to go. Are you ready for this?
Let's do it.
Let's do this. And let's go.
Mr. Bemis, one of the most iconic episodes of all Twilight Zone episodes. So everyone out there watching this knows what show we're talking about.
Of course.
This is a little small, half-blind bank employee who goes to work every day, messes up the teller accounts. He shortchanges a customer because all he wants to do is read. He keeps a book by the teller window. He goes to lunch and he's reading. He goes home. He's trying to read so much so that his wife hates him reading, actually destroys all of his written materials. He hides one under a sofa.
Yeah,
she
that's right.
finds it and pulls it out, and it's about poems, and he's excited because she says, "Why don't you read one to me?" And he looks through it. She has scribbled on every page. She is a royal bitch, this wife. She is so mean to him. So he goes to work the next day. He's got his lunchbox, and he's watching the clock. 12 o'clock hits, so he takes his lunch sack and a book, and he goes down where he goes every day into the bank vault. Now, he's been chastised by the bank manager because he's done this before. So anyway, he goes down there, he's reading, he's sitting on the floor, and closes the door behind him. And all of a sudden, a huge explosion. And he's trying to figure out what's going on. So he opens the door, dust filters in, everything's charred, the stairs are all destroyed. He finds his way to the top and realizes, because he'd been holding a newspaper before at lunch and reading it, and it said, hydrogen bomb has been developed, the world is on the edge, a precipice of disaster. So he puts 2 and 2 together. This bomb blew up. And so he's wandering, and I've totally screwed the pooch.
Yeah, too much preamble.
Too much preamble.
Yeah.
My apologies to everyone
No
out there.
apology. Keep going.
So he, knowing that he's the last man left in the world, he wanders up. It's funny, a hydrogen bomb goes off, and there are still sofas laying around out there.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. So he's wondering what he's going to do with his time. He goes to a store. He's got tons of food. So he says, I've got years' worth of food. I've got all the time in the world. No one can harass me anymore. Then he comes up with the idea, I'll go to the library or what's left of it, and see if there's any books, because he's a reader. He goes to the library, and lo and behold, there's books left. He organizes all these books on the steps of the library. He's ecstatic. He's in nirvana. He's got hundreds of books, all the classics. So the very end, he sits down to read. He's content. He's happy. There's no one to bug him. He takes off his Coke bottle glasses and steps on them, breaks his glasses. How ironic. The man that only wants to read
It's not fair.
has broken his glasses. There are no optometrists around. End of story. It's sad.
Yep.
It's cool. The events that occur. It's timely. Back in the late 50s, early 60s, the hydrogen bomb. The whole story. Burgess Meredith, who plays this guy,
Yeah.
is an amazing actor.
So good.
It was just a great show.
That's not fair. That's not fair at all.
Okay, send it over for my closing narration. All right. The best laid plans of mice and men, and Henry Bemis, a small man in the glasses who wanted nothing but time. Henry Bemis, now just a part of a smashed landscape, a piece of the rubble, a fragment of what man has deeded to himself. Mr. Henry Bemis in the Twilight Zone. All right, so real quickly on this one, we both don't have this as a 10, you'll notice, on the wall behind us. And a lot of you might be thinking these guys are out of their minds. Here's what it is. I rated this a 9.
I rated it a 9.
I think it's close to a 10, but it is a 9. Its IMDb is an 8.9. So it's right there.
It's right where you and I ended up
arguably
putting
the
it.
highest. If you look it up on IMDb, it is the one that's recommended. It's not any of the other ones. This is the first one that pops up.
Right.
So it's a great one.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. So really good episode. Not quite 10 ratings for us, but it's still a hell of a lot of fun. It's fantastic.
The first time, but it's one that everyone remembers. When you
100
mention Twilight Zone to people that are not followers
Yep.
of it to this day, they will remember this one episode, I think.
Yep, absolutely. Well, of course they will. Absolutely. All right, then. Let's get this started again. I don't know how to restart.
All right, so I really screwed the pooch on that one, and
It's
now
okay.
your turn to screw the pooch.
Drinking it up. Usually I screw it up and you have to take my retellings for me.
I was still on page 1, and we had 22 seconds left.
Well, that's what. Yeah. I noticed that when you were going on and on at the beginning, I was like, "There's 50 seconds gone," and you barely
Yep.
mentioned Beavis's name. It's such a funny thing. All right,
my bad. I apologize.
what happens now? We take
Off he
this
comes.
off. Goodbye. Time enough at last.
Goodbye, Bemis.
Goodbye, Mr. Bemis. Okay, here we go. Spinning
Let's do it.
again. Let's see where I go. Oh no, are we doing it? Oh, The Fever, Vegas. All right. See, now this is where I feel bad, is because you told me you almost guarantee that you're going to get the Hitchhiker, and I grabbed this one, which I know you love. By the way, I'm surprised this doesn't have a Kelly face next to it. I thought that this was a 10 rating
I think
for
it's
you.
because we laughed so hard
Yeah.
throughout, and you're going to mention a name. I'm not going to mention it and spoil it.
I think I just did. Didn't I just
No,
shout
you-
that right
no.
now? Didn't I just say that? Maybe not. Okay, let's see here.
You mean the F word?
Yeah.
A different F?
A different F word. All right. The Fever. First aired on January 29th, 1960. Season 1, obviously. Episode 17. Directed by Robert Flory. Written by Rod Serling. All right. Ready? Send it over for my narration. I don't know what that was. I was trying to do like a slot machine thing.
Yeah,
well, no,
was,
that was horrible. That was horrible. Try it again. Send it over to me Vegas style. Mr. and Mrs. Franklin Gibbs, 3 days and 2 nights, all expenses paid at Las Vegas Hotel, won by the virtue of Mrs. Gibbs' knack with a phrase. But unbeknownst to either Mr. or Mrs. Gibbs is the fact that there's a prize in their package neither expected nor bargained for. In just a moment, one of them will succumb to an illness worse than any virus can produce, a most inoperative, deadly, life-shattering affliction known as the fever. All right, The Fever, here we go. 2 minutes on my clock. I think I've got this one down. I think so, but you may have to step
getting
in.
my drink
I
ready.
think you get yours. Oh, really? No confidence.
I anticipate drinking.
2 minutes and 20 seconds.
yes.
All right, here we go. 2 minutes on the clock. Ready and go. All right, so like the intro said, it's this husband and wife. They're like in their 50s or 60s, and they're in Vegas. And she is so excited to be there, and it's this great place. He is this curmudgeon kind of asshole guy, and he does not want to spend money. So he's like, no, look at these idiots throwing their money away, being fools, blah, 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 blah. So they go up to the room. And he's an ass. Like, this guy's a major curmudgeon douchebag. And so he's kind of an asshole to her. And she's like, oh, we just want to go have fun. So they go back down there, and she finds a quarter. I believe it's a quarter. Or a nickel or whatever. It's a quarter.
Nickel, I think.
Okay,
yeah.
nickel. So she puts it in the machine and plays around. He gets really upset. And then he throws in, and he's like, okay, we're going to get it back or whatever it is. I can't remember his
The old drunk gives him a
Oh, see,
dollar,
I forgot
remember?
one. Okay.
That's how he got the dollar.
Okay, so he's got it. So then he starts playing it. And at first he's kind of just like annoyed by it. Well, then he starts going. And he starts going. And the fever sets in. And he's got it. So he won't leave the floor. The wife comes down. And the wife is a sweetheart. And she's like, babe, come on, we need to go. You know, it's enough is enough. And he is totally disheveled, sweaty. His hair is gross. He looks a mess. All of the people there are looking at him because he's been gambling at this one slot machine that's got a very unique smiley face all night long. So she's like, come on, we got to go. And he does the biggest dickhead thing ever. He like makes this scene and like yells at her. And he's like, get off of me, blah, 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 blah. And everyone's kind of looking at him. He keeps going and he keeps going. And he puts in the quarter, the last one, and it's gone. And he's like, that's not fair. That's not fair. And he loses his shit and he knocks remember the handle won't work. The handle won't work. Okay, so that's what it was. The machine, it breaks. It breaks on the last one, and he can't get it to work. So he starts spazzing out, and I think he knocks the machine over. I think. So then they kind of send him up to his room. They bring it back up. They go upstairs, and he hears something. It's Franklin. And he's like, "What is this, Franklin?" He opens the door, and the machine. Oh my God! I went over. You God. Okay, so he goes, opens the door. The machine itself is on these wheels, and it rolls in at him, and he's like, oh, Franklin. And it runs through, it's coming through at him, and he falls out the window and dies. That's the end of the story.
But at the end, there's a second ending. After he's dead on the floor, people go running out. A silver dollar rolls towards his hand. He's laying there dead.
That's right.
And this silver dollar rolls, and then the camera pans to his foot, and at the end of his feet, what's standing there? The machine. Franklin.
Yeah.
Franklin. So the machine's followed him outside and gives him his last dollar back.
I did forget about that because that's such a goofy end. I can't remember what that is. All right. Well, I went over by like 13 seconds, I think, something like that. Damn. All right. You ready? Send it over my way for the Vegas narration. Mr. Franklin Gibbs, visitor to Las Vegas, who lost his money, his reason, and finally his life to an inanimate metal machine, variously? Oh my, I need my glasses. Variously described as a one-armed bandit. Slot machine, or in Mr. Franklin's words, a monster with a will of its own. For our purposes, we'll stick to the latter definition because we're in the Twilight Zone. All right, so this is a fun one, and like I said, didn't make the list, but what was your rating? Do you remember?
I think I gave it an 8. I just enjoyed it. I was laughing throughout.
I gave it an 8 as well. Its IMDb rating is 6.6, so it's on the lower spectrum of these ones. The ending is super funny, so much so that I even forgot to like go into that because that is like the campy part of it. Super fun episode though. For a 6.6 on IMDb, I think that's wrong. That seems a little bit low to me. I do love the Franklin.
How many times since you and I did this 3 years ago have we introduced the word Franklin with that machine sound into our lexicon?
It's always
the strangest moments. Franklin.
Yeah, it's constantly.
Franklin.
Well, down the hatch, my man. We're drinking. And that means off the wall comes the fever.
That was a good one. I enjoyed that episode.
I botched that retelling. All right, man. Do you think you can do this last one in 2 minutes?
No.
No.
But we'll give it a shot. Let's do it.
All right.
Spin that dial.
Third spin of the day. Last spin of the show. Let's see. I'll give it a little more matzo this time.
You did. I like that.
Oh, wait.
We have to spin again.
We have to spin again. That almost was my last
It was almost
call.
a last call.
Ridiculous. Here we go again. This is crazy. This is 2 times in a row. This is Franklin.
This is.
All right. Third time. I'm going to give this one a real.
All right.
What are the odds of twice it landing on that same spot? 2 out of 32? 16?
Hold on. Oh, we're going to be safe this time.
All right. I shot an arrow into the air. This is the one
Okay.
that you like a lot. We did this one. I believe we did this with Mike Hunter.
And there's 2 in a row that are spaceships. Which one? Just give me the quickest of.
This is the one with the there have the water, and then at the end the one guy sells them out, and you find out that
Got
it's
it.
Reno.
Okay.
Okay.
Ready? Start the
Oh
clock.
man! Oh, wait! Let me go through this. I shot an arrow into the air. Season 1, episode 15. First aired on January 15th, 1960. This one's good. It was written by Rod Serling and based on a short story by Madeline Champion, and it was directed by Stuart Rosenberg. There we go, Stuart Rosenberg. Cool. Let's see here. Ready? Send it over my way, space shuttle style.
God. Are we going to have to invent a sound for every one of these? All right, that's going to take some prep time.
Her name is the Arrow 1. She represents 4.5 years of planning, preparation, and training, and 1,000 years of science and mathematics, and the projected dreams and hopes of not only a nation, but a world. She is the first manned aircraft into space, and this is the countdown, the last 5 seconds before man shot an arrow into the air. By the way, I love that intro. It's such a good one. All right.
The name of it fits the title, but there's so much stupidity if you stop and think about this one. So don't put your brain on a plate, come back to TV, and then watch this episode because it's so much fun if you don't think about it.
Yeah,
too
I
much.
can see that. All right. Are we
I'm
ready?
ready.
2 minutes on the clock, my man.
All right.
And let's go.
The Arrow 1 takes off. They're at Cape Canaveral. Everyone watches this giant rocket blast off. Next scene is they lose control, or they lose communication with it. Next scene is this spacecraft is in this desert scene, and these 3 guys climb out. One's dead, and there's 3 left. And the captain, and then his 2 partners. And so they're trying to set up camp. They're trying to decide, we've got to check out this environment. It's arid, it's deserted, it's empty. We've got to find water. We've got to find food just to survive. So he sends them out on an expedition while he's trying to fix it. And one of them's a real lazy ass and a mouthy. And there's the injured guy, and they're trying to take care of him, and that means they have to give him some water. The curmudgeon doesn't want to share his water with this guy because he's going to die. They argue for a few minutes, and at the end, the captain says, well, you got your wish. He's dead now. Okay. So then that guy and the remaining second in command, they go off again. Later in that day, the curmudgeon comes back, but the other guy doesn't. And he claims, well, yeah, we went in 2 different directions, and he must have got lost because as I was coming back, I found his body. He fell off a cliff or something. By this time, the captain's starting to put 2 and 2 together. And he says, show me the body. So they take him to see the body. The guy still, I don't think he was dead, but he died shortly thereafter. And he says, wait a minute, your water canteen is more full than it was before. You stole his water. You're out this for yourself. And so they get into a fight. The curmudgeon grabs the gun, kills the commander, and now he's all alone on this deserted planet. He heads over a hill, walks for a while, comes over a ridge, and what does he come to? He comes to a highway sign that says Reno, 97 miles.
Yeah.
They never cleared our atmosphere, which I find the most amazing thing. This is a ship launched by our government, and they can't even track it for 5 miles. Done.
Done in 2 minutes. Yeah. All right. Closing narration. Send it my way.
Okay, we're
Space.
on a rocket ship.
I don't. What was this? Am I
I don't
grabbing
know, but
something? Am
you've
I
got-
catching something?
The
Ridiculous.
arrow.
Yeah.
The arrow.
Practical joke. Okay. Man, it's getting me. Practical joke perpetrated by Mother Nature in a combination of impossible events. Practical joke wearing the trappings of a nightmare, a terror, of desperation. Small human drama played into a desert 97 miles from Reno, Nevada, USA. Continent of North America, the Earth, and of course, the Twilight Zone. All right, so this one is a blast, and we've had a lot of fun doing the space shuttle ones. This is maybe my favorite one. The twist at the end, obviously, that they never left Earth. I love that. It's so good. It just went up and then crashed right down.
Like one of our old Estes rockets.
It's incredible that they had no way of knowing that. And obviously the twist at the end of seeing the Reno sign is about as Rod Serling as it gets. It's the same thing of seeing that. The one thing that was cool is the guy that was dead when he was on the ground, he drew little T's. And right? Is this the one where he drew the T's and they were telephone
he had been
wires?
over the ridge. They were they couldn't figure out what he meant.
What he was drawing. So then when he gets to the thing, he goes, that's what they were. That's what they were. And then he sees the sign in a highway. This idiot was right over there. So, man, what a great episode. So
what's he going to do? Is he going to turn himself in? Now he's back to civilization. Or if he does, humanity's going to realize he's a mass murderer.
He's going to lie. He's going to lie, and I have no idea.
How does he claim that the commander has a bullet in his head?
I have no idea. But that's a good question. Is how do you navigate that bullshit when you get back?
How do you explain that?
I don't know if you can. So I gave it a 9. What was yours?
I think I was an 8.
Okay. All right.
A 9 on that.
Its IMDb rating is a 7.6. So in that good middle ground area, right over there in the higher section. All right. So we did our 3 episodes today. Let's take down. I shot an arrow into the air. All right. So that leaves. Okay.
Franklin.
This is going to take some cutting. Okay. So that gives us, we have 3 gone, 3 vacancies, and that means that the next ones we add Purple Testament, Elegy, and Mirror Image. By the way, just making sure you know, one of those is a last call.
Yes.
All right. So thank you guys for watching. Nicely done. You got it on that last one. We will see you next time. And remember, what dimension are we even in again?
Franklin's out.
Franklin's out. Bye, everybody.
Take care.
Makes you wonder, doesn't it? Where is this place and when? The answer is, it doesn't make any difference.
Can you say eggs?
Steve is.